What's up, guys? Welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Today we have a Demon Slayer character, Hantengu, Upper Moon 4. This is from the manga, but you'll get to know him very soon. I think he's the bad guy in the Swordsmith arc, if I remember correctly. So I know this guy has a couple of different forms, so I kind of picked the coolest looking one. So, with the drums in the background and the horns and stuff like that. Kind of the younger looking version of this guy. I might do the other ones as well, but, he's got clones or something. I can't remember. I read the manga so long ago. Different forms anyway. I'm on a landscape page. Use a pencil eraser and hit your pause button if I go too fast. Sketch it out lightly. Try have fun. Ink on top afterwards if you want to use ink. So, center point of my page about here. Eyes are just in the center point. He's looking forward, straightforward pose, right? So we'll go curved line for the top eyelid, just over. Right, we got to thicken this line up, right? So you got to add some weight to it, so extra sort of darkness kind of thing, and you can do it kind of sketchy because it's sort of manga style, right? And at the back he's got this loop, right? So it curves around at the back and then starts to go down for the other eyelid, right? So this then goes down, around like so, and then it's kind of tear duct is in here. You can kind of just thicken this up a little bit here. It's a quite sort of spiky, kind of hairy eyelid lines. And then his iris, he's looking up at us, so you just have a half circle coming from this top eyelid there. So inside his eye, he's got that upper moon 4. It's very difficult to see it in the pictures that I'm drawing from. It's hard to get it close up, but I'll do my best. I'll do my best, so I will. So I'm working from two different sort of pictures here. So in here, it's kind of like this calligraphy thing, and I'll do a rough one. We'll just go here. If you have a better picture, I couldn't find one. But it's kind of like this, I think. And there's some extra sort of lines here. Go that way. And then another side to it. There. Diagonal line like that. So it's like this Japanese calligraphy thing. And that's kind of a rough way of drawing it. So we'll go over and do the other eye, just jump over about half an eye width. And then we will go, again, a thick sort of, that's the general shape. And you got to thicken this up and you make it sort of sketchy and hairy. And it kind of curves around at the back, down this way. It's quite thick and it has some extra lines coming off, like so. And then it comes down underneath, around to the tear duct. Like so. And then his other eye. Just there. And then this has some more calligraphy sort of stuff underneath it as well. I think this is the one that says upper, isn't it? Some zigzags and some lines across there. Like so. So his eyebrows are real big, so we got this spiking. 3 spikes back here and a spike at the front like that. Same sort of thing like that. I've seen them drawn different ways, so you can do it your way if you want. And I missed one here. That spike here sticking off. And then eyelid lines just coming back like so. And he seems to have some lines just around the bottom of his eye as well. He's all these cracks on his face as well, but we'll just get the main parts in first. On the nose in Demon Slayer, you've got these sort of hatching. So it starts really long in the middle and gets shorter as it goes down either side of the nose. And then his nostrils, so we got like, this is one side of his nose line there, and then a nostril sort of line there. That's all that draws in his nose. And then his mouth real small. It's like a stretched out letter M, so it goes up, down in the middle, back up, and back out to the side. Like so. And then they have that shadow on the bottom of their lip, just there. And then his chin, kind of a pointy chin, just down here, right? In general, top of his eye to his nostril, about the same as in Demon Slayer, they have really big eyes. Sometimes it's the eyebrow, but in this style of anime and the manga, top eyelid to the nostrils is the same as nostrils to the bottom of the chin. So your nostrils are halfway between here and here, right? And then the bottom lip is halfway between nostril and chin. So here, about the same as here, okay? That's the proportion, roughly. You can go for his jaw, up the side of his face, stopping about mouth level, and just at, say, the edge of his eye there, because that's where you turn, right? Real big eyes, of course, but just here and across from the mouth. That's where you're going to turn up for his jaw and the side of his head, side of his face, just going up this way. Okay. Okay, and then up here we see a hair spike sticking out here, and similar here, right? And then he's got these big elf-like ears that stick out, right? So, in there, you got some ear lines, texture lines for the ligaments and cartilage and stuff in the ears. Like so. Boom. Drawing sound effects. Pow. Okay, and then he's got those horns that come out from the side of his head. So you just go spiking up like that, around here, curving in towards the middle of his head. And he has skin folds that show like that it's growing out from his head, just here. And then texture on them. It's all like broken up into these sorts of angled sort of lines. This kind of stuff. Right? Like it's like cracked glass or something, you know. It's just... like that. Right, and then his fringe. So we got like a V in the middle here, and then his hairline comes across there. Just these zigzag lines. Right, and then there's some extra details on his face. So we've got these like shadows for wrinkles on his forehead. I'm not really sure what they are really, but there's just these. I'd say when he's animated, we'll know more if these are kind of just texture lines for his skin or what, but that's what they are. And then cracks coming down from his eye, just these kind of letter Y sort of shapes. Right, like that. Now we do the rest of his hair. So hair spikes, standard kind of, there's some texture on them. So I kind of just spike up, kind of like, you know, you're going like Super Saiyan kind of around his head. There's some in the front here for his fringe. One coming up the middle here. And then going back. So all these textures and things on them if you want, and I want. So there you go. Boom. Another one here, there, like that. Okay, so he's got these tassels that hang out of his head, ear, not sure. Where's the other image? I don't know. Are they earrings? They could be. Anyway, they're these tassels that hang out here. Right, so it kind of like flows down. Like so, and you could have some texture lines on them. That, something else on this side. Like so. Okay, so shoulders coming out this way. He's got this vest, right, or some armor or something, right, that comes out from his jaw, right, so here. It goes out like this, right? And then it'll go sort of in. In this way. To a sort of a point down at the bottom of my page here. And then this has a collar that comes around underneath his chin. And in there you've got like some neck anatomy kind of thing. Like Adam's apple and stuff. And then this has some details inside. So like right down the middle. So it's like a golden plate of armor or something. Just there. And then these lines break up this plate like that. So his shoulders come out from there, so shoulder comes around, bump like this, bump there, and then triceps. So you got like, it's clothing, so there's like these just folds going out that way, and then his armpit and bicep inside there. And does he have clothing on down here? No, so it's, well, it's like abs and stuff down here. So you've got, again, bicep, tricep. Maybe like just some fold lines. And then we have his side of his body just coming down here. He's got black sleeves, right? So that line, yeah, touches that. The side of his body there. Remember, if I go too fast, hit pause. Make it easier for yourself. So then his chest muscles under here. Like that. And like, you know, width of shoulders, I forgot to mention. So like the width of his face normally brings you out to like the edge. Say on a male character, he's slightly smaller. He's a small enough body, but the width of the face roughly brings you out right to the edge here. Right? Like roughly speaking. Just, it's a good rule of thumb. You don't want to go much further than that. On a female character, it's like 2.5 heads. On a male character, it's like 3 heads. 1, 2, 3 face width, not the ears now. 2, 3. Okay. So just some more proportion there. And then he's got like some ab lines and stuff here. Again, these sort of letter Y shapes keep popping up. They're handy. Like that, just to know. Like so, and then he's got this white line that runs down his arm on this side. Like so. And then of course the drums, right? So what I can fit in is 4. There's one on the top of his head that I can't fit in. So we'll just go kind of bumpy, but we'll just go around. If you have circular cup or something like a stencil for a circle to draw around, feel free. They're not perfect circles, so it's easier for us to do it this way anyway, freehand. All right, and then around here. Right, and then they're joined together by this bar. That goes around. Right, so there's another one up here somewhere. Like I might be able to draw in like the bottom, like this sort of round bottom edge. But that's about it. Right, and then this bar keeps going around, and it must be connected to his back somewhere because it goes in behind his back. So they're little drums, right? So they have sort of fabric on top, wood on the side, or strings or something, right? So we've got this sort of bumping line coming around the side. So just like this wavy sort of there, and on the side is here on this. Here, and then so to make it like so there's like another edge to it there, another one there, so this is like a broken line that just shows the top part or the edges of the drum, right? And then there's all these sort of, I'd say they're nails or just things that are holding on, staples that kind of hold on the fabric of the drum, I think. That's what it looks like to me anyway. as well. Right. And then there's all this writing on it. So it's like it's again calligraphy kind of ink sort of thing. Kind of like his eyes, but it's the same on each one. So I'll just do the first one and then I'll speed up the rest. So it's like I'll just sketch it out lightly first. So like this kind of T and then a drop. And then this sort of shape here. Plus in the center, like a window. And this comes down there, like another window. Like that, right? And then there's another drop on top. Drop on top, rhymed. Like a 7 or something there. And then you got to thicken this up, right? So you're just going to add some extra sort of like some parts are thicker than others, just to kind of make it look like calligraphy or something. Right, that's basically it, and then you do that on each one. Oh, and I forgot these sort of lines that are on the back of the drum. All right, and I'll just do that calligraphy kind of all over, okay? Right, but I think that'll that'll do. That's how to draw Upper Moon 4. What's his name again? Is it Japanese? What's his like name? Upper Moon 4. Where is he? Hantengu. Hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.